Hi guys, welcome to Hope with Jonathan podcast. And on this podcast, we will share the patient's personal story with battling kidney disease, dialysis, transplant, and more. Guys, we'll also share stories of hope and encouragement for those that are in need of a living kidney donor. We will also advocate for them, a living donor, to step forward to give them the miracle gift of life of transplant. Guys, based upon my personal near-death experience with kidney disease, I started this streaming show called Hope with Jonathan, and also this podcast, Hope with Jonathan Podcast. Guys, if you want to hear more stories like this, please stay tuned. Hope with Jonathan podcast is a Hope Media production. Never let hope become a memory. Hope with Jonathan podcast is a Hope Media production. Hope with Jonathan podcast is in collaboration with Impact America Media, where we give hope to patients to continue on, stay motivated, inspire, and encourage them to continue in the journey. For more information on Impact America Media, please visit impactamericamedia.com. Again, Hope with Jonathan podcast is in collaboration with Impact America Media. KidneySolutions.org, a network of transplant experience. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. KidneySolutions.org. Kidney transplantation is an excellent option for patients with kidney disease who want to live a life free of dialysis. Kidney Solutions is facilitated by transplant professionals, recipients, and living donors who want to assist patients in finding a living kidney donor and help them and their families through the pre- and post-transplant process. You can contact Kidney Solutions at 830-285-2140. Again, KidneySolutions.org, a network of transplant experience. Hey guys, welcome to Hope with Jonathan podcast. Thanks for all the support for the podcast, also for Hope with Jonathan. Definitely appreciate it. If you're interested in helping out and supporting what we're doing with Hope with Jonathan and the Hope with Jonathan podcast, you can definitely do so by clicking on the listener support. Also, you can find us on social media at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're also on YouTube, and you can find us also on TikTok. All you have to do is type in Hope with Jonathan, and you can find Hope with Jonathan podcast. You can find us on almost all platforms, mainly on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We're on some others, but feel free to find us on any platform that you can. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in and listening to Hope with Jonathan. Appreciate your support. Thank you very much. So I can imagine.
Yeah, and I hear them say, "Yo, we're going to we're waiting for a room for you in ICU. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to ICU. Am I that bad? Like, and I was that. I didn't end up in the ICU though. I ended up in a regular room like a day and a half later. This was like during COVID, and it was pretty hard to get up to a room because there wasn't that many rooms available.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I was never really told if I didn't make it to ICU because my condition wasn't as bad as initially thought, or maybe if it was it just wasn't a room in ICU for me, and I was just in a regular room. But I wasn't hooked up to like a ventilator or anything like that. Thank God. I was just like I was put on pretty high oxygen though, because of my breathing and the fluid on my lungs, and I was already going into congestive heart failure also. But once they started the dialysis there, the first one, I don't know if you went through it, but they do the catheter to the groin.
Yeah.
They put the catheter to the groin and started dialysis there. That cleared up everything around my heart and my lungs, and even at that my blood was so.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Hope with Jonathan podcast, and I'm your host, Jonathan Traylor. On this week's episode of Hope with Jonathan, we have Mr. Lupe Lopez. Lupe's official name is Guadalupe Lopez. Lupe is a father, a grandfather. He's been diagnosed with end-stage renal failure. And again, guys, he's currently on dialysis in need of a living kidney donor. A living kidney donation would at least give Lupe another chance at giving him a normal life, a longer life, a healthier life. And guys, again, you can reach out to us at kidneysolutions.org. Again, guys, his name is Guadalupe Lopez. I call him Lupe. And Lupe is a really cool guy. Reached out to me by way of Facebook, messaged me. And Lupe is a kidney warrior out of Corpus Christi, Texas. He's registered in San Antonio at University Health Transplant Center in San Antonio, Texas. He's also listed with Kidney Solutions as well. We are currently assisting him with his kidney journey and in need of a living kidney donor. If you're not aware of Kidney Solutions and who we are, we're a local 501c3 here in Kerrville, Texas, that we actually take on kidney patients in need and try to help them find a donor. We utilize different aspects of advocacy, such as passing out flyers, going and hanging flyers in local restaurants, things like that. We list them on our website, which is globally accessible. And also we are there for them as far as support. We offer them support groups, things of that nature on Monday and Thursday night. And, we're also have one-on-one mentorship where we actually call and talk with the patient and always accessible to them in one way or the other. So kidneysolutions.org is an amazing organization, which I happen to be a former patient, still a patient because I'm a transplant patient. So, believe it or not, we stay with you from the entirety of the time that you're diagnosed with kidney disease all the way through transplant and beyond. It's more of a friendship than when looking at you as just like another number. You're always, on our list to, speak with and check in on and make sure that we're following up with you all the way through the whole process. From diagnosis all the way through transplant and beyond. So it's definitely a friendship and a family. And once you join in with Kidney Solutions, we're there for you. So again, it's really awesome that we, offer this one-on-one mentorship. A lot of times, patients have different situations that they're going through, different questions, different answers. Sometimes we can answer them, sometimes we can't due to HIPAA. Sometimes we have to revert you right back to your team, but other times, we handle some other issues and things like that. Maybe sometimes you just need someone to talk to, about your situation. Kidney disease is tough and definitely need a strong support system, and kidneysolutions.org is here to offer that. So Lupe joined in and, came on board with us. And again, guys, if you're interested at all about anything about Kidney Solutions, you come across this podcast, you can go to www.kidneysolutions.org and definitely look for our logo, our KS logo. And you can find us on different social media sites, and you can find those links right off of the website. But we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter. We also have a YouTube channel. And so, we're definitely out there. And also, guys, if you're interested at all and you like podcasts, you like listening to podcasts, you can find many great interviews that Kent Bressler has done on his Kent's Kidney Stories podcast, now streaming everywhere, Apple, Spotify. Also, you can listen to them as well on the YouTube channel. So go over to Kidney Solutions, a network of transplant experience. Again, guys, over on YouTube, and please subscribe to that channel. You can actually listen to those. Yes, they're in a video format, but you can listen to them as a podcast, and they are amazing. Some awesome, great AAKP anniversary, some great transplant stories, great motivational, inspiring stories about other kidney warriors on there. And it is an amazing organization. I can't speak enough about Kidney Solutions and what we are doing right now with in the kidney community. And Kent Bressler is a very compassionate advocate, very great leader of Kidney Solutions, and an amazing transplant warrior himself, 34-year kidney transplant recipient. So again, guys, just can't say enough about kidneysolutions.org. Again, guys, for more information on Lupe, go over to kidneysolutions.org/waiting, and you can find out a whole lot more information on Lupe. Also, if you're interested at all after listening to this podcast and you're interested about becoming a donor, or maybe you had questions about what it all entails, or maybe you were just interested in just the whole overall experience, you can give us a call by 830-285-2140. Again, guys, that's +1 830-285-2140. And you can speak directly to Mr. Kent Bressler. And you can tell them that you heard this on this Hope with Jonathan podcast. That would be great. And, and if you don't feel, you feel like you don't want to call and actually speak with someone, you can definitely go over to our Facebook page, our Instagram page, our Twitter page, and you can message us there, and we'll definitely get back in touch with you as soon as possible. But again, guys, I really appreciate Mr. Guadalupe Lopez, Mr. Lupe, for coming on and sharing his incredible journey with us on the Hope with Jonathan Live. Again, guys, you can go over to YouTube. My YouTube channel is Hope with Jonathan. pretty much across the board. Hope with Jonathan, you're going to find us. But again, over on the YouTube channel, we have this live interview over there streaming with Lupe. And you can actually watch that interview, or you can just listen to this podcast. But this is an amazing story. And again, Lupe is a great guy. I'm actually, following up with him as a mentor. And he's a really cool guy. I really like Lupe and his positive outlook on things. He's a father, a grandfather. He's just a really cool guy. He's also a Dallas Cowboys fan. So shout out to Lupe and the Dallas Cowboys. Go Cowboys! But so again, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go ahead and roll into this podcast. Again, anybody that's inquiring at all, remember to go to www.kidneysolutions.org, a network of transplant experience here in Kerrville, Texas. Guys, again, appreciate all the love for the podcast. It's been an amazing journey, and I really appreciate everybody, reaching out and wanting to be interviewed and wanting to be involved. It's always an honor to share these kidney warrior stories and try to help find them a living kidney donor. And so I really enjoy this, and I really, really hope to continue to do this in the future. Guys, again, if you want to try to help us out to cover some of the costs and some of the expenses, and you appreciate what we're doing with Hope with Jonathan, you can do so by clicking on the listener support on our channel at Hope with Jonathan podcast. It's streaming on Anchor platform, Spotify, Apple, pretty much everywhere that you find your favorite podcast. It's also streaming. I also stream these as well on the YouTube channel. So I end up, they end up back over onto the YouTube channel. So if you go over to Hope with Jonathan over there on the YouTube channel and you subscribe, then you'll be able to get all the podcasts as well. But again, guys, you can also check out our website, www.hopewithjonathan.com. If you're interested in following us on our social media platforms, you can definitely click on the links there. They're all there. Also, guys, if you're interested in trying to help us out, support us in what we're doing, none of this is for profit. It's all for to just try to help cover some of the monthly expenses that go along with some of the streaming fees that I'm gladly paying for. But sometimes, you need a little help and assistance with it. So if you could go over to www.hopewithjonathan.com, there's many different ways that you can support us over there. But again, guys, really appreciate all the support, and I want you guys to stay safe out there. Remember to continue to be vigilant, and remember that COVID is kind of creeping back up with this variant, the Delta variant. So remember to stay safe out there, mask up, use your hand sanitizer, wash your hands, be mindful. Just use good common sense when it comes to being COVID safe. But guys, again, stay safe out there. Remember to love on everybody. God bless you. And remember to take care of your kidneys. God bless. This is Jonathan.
Be strong.
Hey guys, welcome to Hope with Jonathan. I'm your host, Jonathan Traylor. Welcome back to our show. Hey guys, appreciate all the love and likes and shares. Appreciate all the feedback for the show. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. We have a very, very special guest, guys. That's right. We have a very special guest all the way from Corpus Christi, Texas, Mr. Lupe Lopez. And we're really interested tonight to bring him on and let him share his incredible story with battling kidney disease, doing dialysis, and in need of a living kidney donor. Guys, if you would, please look at the scrolling screen down at the bottom. It has Lupe's information there. If you guys are interested at all in being Lupe's donor, you can contact kidneysolutions.org. You can dial 830-285-2140, and you can speak with Mr. Kent Bressler regarding info on being Lupe's donor. He's registered in San Antonio, Texas at Methodist Specialty and Transplant. Believe it or not, that's where I got my transplant at. It's a great facility. Lots of warriors have gotten their kidneys there at San Antonio Methodist Specialty and Transplant. But again, guys, you can go over to www.kidneysolutions.org to find out a lot more information about Mr. Lupe Lopez. Again, guys, this is another show where we're going to be featuring a warrior in need. We ask for you to please get involved, get engaged, leave comments, smash that share button. And, like I said, share this with your friends, your group pages, all of your pages that you're involved in. Please, guys, if you would, share this with everybody that you know. And I really appreciate Lupe coming on and doing the show tonight with Hope with Jonathan. It's always an honor to get a chance to share these warriors in need stories, to help them try to find a living donor. But guys, I'm going to go ahead and bring on our very special guest, Mr. Lupe Lopez, all the way from Corpus Christi, Texas. Hey, Lupe, what's up, brother? How's it going? Yeah. Maybe you have me muted. Can you hear me now, Lupe? How's it going, Lupe? All right, we're having a little bit of some hearing issues right now with technical difficulties. Let me see if I can get Lupe to possibly log out and come back in. Let me see what's going on. So guys, sometimes this happens. We have, some technical difficulties. So let me see if I can get Lupe to go out, come back in, see if we can figure out the technical difficulties with the audio really quick. Lupe, can you hear me, brother? Lupe, can you hear me, brother? So I'm gonna boot Lupe from the show, and then I'm gonna try to bring him to come back on. And guys, again, I apologize for the technical difficulties. Sometimes this happens in these shows. Again, guys, for more information on Lupe Lopez, you can go over to kidneysolution.org. Again, also you can message or call 830-285-2140. Hopefully Lupe will come back in and rejoin us and try to get back on the show. Like I said, sometimes we have technical difficulties with these shows. Sometimes it's either audio or internet connection. So let me see if Lupe will come back in, and maybe that'll fix everything, and we'll get his story shared as soon as possible. Again, guys, I apologize for the delay, but we'll get Lupe on. All right, here he is. Here he is. Let's get him back on. Let's see if we can. Hello, Lupe. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, great, man. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Hope with Jonathan. Appreciate you coming on, man, doing the show. And sometimes it happens. No worries at all. No worries at all.
I appreciate you. Thank you for having me on here.
No worries, brother. So, Lupe, why don't you tell everybody where you're from and a little bit about yourself?
I'm from Corpus Christi, Texas, and I'm 50 years old. And I was diagnosed with end-stage kidney failure in July of 2020. I was in hospital for a good 10 days. I I didn't know I was gonna come out with kidney failure. I mean, I guess it was. The doctor said it was from my diabetes and my high blood pressure being uncontrolled. So that's what caused my kidney failure. What I think over 25 years, I had a battle with the diabetes and the high blood pressure, and that's what caused my kidney failure. So
Yep. That's what happened with me. I had type 2 diabetes and hypertension for years that was,
I
uncontrolled. And those are two of the top leading causes for chronic kidney disease is type 2 diabetes and hypertension.
yeah.
Yeah. So now I go around telling everybody that has that, different family members and people and friends that have diabetes and hypertension. It's pretty common with hypertension. I tell them, make sure that they get the lab work done and stay on top of it because, look at what happened to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Same here.
So you went into kidney failure, you said in July of 2020?
Yes.
Okay. I went into kidney failure in August, or no, it was July of 20. Let's see. No, it was July 19th. That's when it was. July 2019.
19.
So, yeah. So I went a year before you, but in the same month though. So,
That's weird. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Did you what happened that when you went into kidney failure, were you already seeing doctors and nephrologists or did you go into like an emergency situation?
It was I had seen the kidney doctor maybe like 3 years prior, and he didn't really go into detail like how much time I lived before I would even start looking at dialysis or that option. He just
Mm-hmm.
told me to just keep monitoring, and he was going to monitor my lab works. And um, I mean, I just didn't go see the kidney doctor. I would just see my primary doctor and my internal medicine doctor pretty regularly, but I wasn't going to my nephrologist. So in July, I started to notice that my my legs and my fingers were getting would be swollen by the end of the day, and maybe a few times, not every day, I would be out of breath, and that was like it wasn't common for me. I mean, I was working two jobs at the time, and I just thought I was getting tired or being tired from working too much. Two jobs and getting older up in age. Hitting 50. I thought that's what it was, but the whole time it was my kidney failure that was bringing me down. And
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't know until that night when I couldn't really catch my breath. I would, no matter which way I would sit or lay or anything, it was to the
Yeah.
point where I felt like I was gonna pass out. Like that's how bad I was out of breath. I ended up calling EMS, so I didn't know what else to do. So I called the EMS, and the emergency service came over and checked my blood pressure and my oxygen level were pretty low. And that's when they took me to the hospital and they ran all these tests on me, and my lungs were pretty filled up with fluid, and I thought it was just a pneumonia, walking pneumonia or whatever, but it turned out to be the kidney failure that I was going through. So that was like a shock to me, and it was like I don't know, it was pretty shocking, and it was a big blow to me. I didn't know what else. I didn't know what to expect after I was told I was diagnosed with kidney failure.
Oh, most definitely. I remember I went into emergency kidney failure. It was definitely a blow to me as well. So I can imagine.
Yeah, and I hear them say, "Oh, we're waiting for a room for you in ICU." I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm going to ICU. Am I that bad?" Like, I didn't know it
Yeah.
was that. I didn't end up in ICU though. I ended up in a regular room like a day and a half later. This was like during COVID, and it was pretty hard to get up to a room because there wasn't that many rooms available.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I was never really told if I didn't make it to ICU because my, my condition wasn't as bad as initially thought, or maybe if it was, maybe there just wasn't a room in ICU for me, and I was just in a regular room. But I wasn't hooked up to like a ventilator or anything like that. Thank God. I was just like I was put on pretty high oxygen though because of my breathing and the fluid on my lungs, and I was already going into congestive heart failure also. But once they started the dialysis there, the first one, I don't know if you went through it, but they do the catheter through the groin.
Yeah.
They put the catheter through the groin and started dialysis there. That cleared up everything around my heart and my lungs, and even at
Yeah.
that my blood still wasn't getting clean like it's supposed to, like the kidney's supposed to do the job.
Yeah. No, no, they went through my neck. I had one in my neck, the IJ, and then they converted it to a permacath, the central line in my chest. And that's how I
Right.
did
Yeah.
hemodialysis.
Yeah.
For my first couple of months till I had a fistula. I have a fistula
Yeah.
on my arm here.
Yeah. I have the fistula, and now they just started fully using it. Well, yeah, last week, and then this week I started the larger gauge needles, the largest ones that they can use. But I still have my chest catheter. It's coming out this Thursday. So I'll
Yeah.
be able to
I, re-
take
I
cool
remember
showers and all
graduating.
that.
Oh yeah, that's a great feeling, getting able to do the shower for sure.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a great feeling. I remember those days for sure. I remember graduating too to from the baby needle to the mid grade needle to like the larger gauge needle, and
Yeah.
yeah, those were some trying times because I remember they would actually infiltrate my fistula sometimes because it wasn't as mature as what it needed to be, and I had some bruising and some swelling that sometimes happened. And man, one day I went home, man, I felt like I was beat up. My arm was just all bruised up and swollen, and really, really rough. I had some really rough times in dialysis, also with my blood pressure.
Yeah. It fluctuates a lot, man. Like it'll be high and then drop low.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mine would toward the end of treatment, my blood pressure seemed to really tank and go low. So, do you have any experience like that?
I've not really low, but I've had a couple of times where I have to sit there and they monitor me till it goes up a little bit because the standing blood pressure it was pretty low.
So
A
let me
couple of
ask you
times.
this,
Sure.
Luke. Let me ask you this, Loopy. So you find out that you're in kidney failure, and you're in the hospital and everything. What are some of the thoughts that were going through your head? Like, what can you tell everybody what kind of thoughts you were having?
Honestly, that whole time I was in the hospital, I thought I wasn't gonna make it out of there, not alive. I really thought I was gonna die. Like I was like, this is it. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die here, or I'm gonna start dialysis. And I mean, just a bunch of thoughts going through my head. Like I'm that's the first thing that was going through my head. Like, this is how I'm gonna die, and I have children, I have grandchildren. I can't leave them like this, and I just felt like I failed. Like I failed my family, failed myself.
Yeah. Talk about your family for a little bit. You have children, you have grandchildren.
I have children. I have 3 children. I have a 25-year-old. She's the one that made me grandpa. I have 2 grandchildren, a boy and a girl. Then I have a 23-year-old. I'm sorry, yes, 23-year-old daughter, and she hasn't made me grandpa yet. She says she's not going to anytime soon. Then I have my son, my baby boy. He's 21 years old, and that's it. I have my 2 grandchildren, my 3 children. My parents no longer have them, and none of them had the kidney failure or went through dialysis. So that's why it was more of a shock to me. Like, where did this come from? Like, I mean, I guess I'm the first one in this from our siblings, because none of my siblings also, like, I'm the oldest, and then after me it's the twins, and they're also both diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. And then I have my sister. She's 38, and she's in good health. She's in good health, I think. Then the youngest brother, him, I don't know too much about his health, but yeah, it's 5 of us, and I'm the oldest, and the twins, and then the 2 smaller ones.
So let me ask you this: what was going through their minds, and what were they saying to you when you told them that you were facing kidney failure? What was the thought? What was their thoughts on that?
Not much. I mean, none of us were really educated that much in that part of anyone having kidney failure, so we didn't know anything much about it. So we're just like, what does that mean? I'm just like, well, I know it means for sure I'm gonna start dialysis, and that's what's gonna keep me going and keep me alive until I get either a kidney transplant from a living donor, donor, or death. That's what I was told, by doctors and the nursing staff. That's basically it. So my first the first one that offered his kidney off the bat was my son. He's the one that's like, Dad. He goes, I'll give you mine. I said, yes, and I appreciate it, but there's testing like for that, and we still need it. He still needs to call and start that process too. Like, if he's really willing to donate and see where he's willing to do it. I mean, he's 21, so.
Yeah, my son he offered to donate as well, but he was 17 at the time, and I told him no way. I said, nah, man, you're too young. Right. And, you may need your kidneys one day, and you haven't experienced enough life yet. So, but I think 21 is a fair age for sure.
Yeah.
So Lupe,
he's still. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, yet he's still yet to call and start that first step. He hasn't gotten brave enough to call and start that process of wanting to be a living donor yet. And hopefully, sometime this week he'll get on that phone and call.
So first of all, I want to send a shout out to all of our guests. We appreciate everybody's support. KWM, Kidney Warrior Merch, Kyle Hawkins. Appreciate you watching the show, brother. Guys, go check out www.kidneywarriormerch.com. They're one of the supporters of Hope with Jonathan. Appreciate your comments. He's got a question here. Says, when you went to the hospital because it was 2020 and the symptoms, were you thinking it was possibly COVID?
That's what yes, I did. That's what I thought it was, COVID. I really thought it was because of the shortness of breath and tiredness, and then my oxygen level was low. I knew those were some of the symptoms of the COVID, and that's what I thought it was, COVID. But Then when the EMS said your legs are pretty swollen, it could be something else. I was like,
Yeah.
yes. I was like, yes,
Yeah.
go ahead and take me. But initially, I thought it was COVID.
Right. So I got diagnosed in 2019 with emergency kidney failure. I had the swelling and all that. I couldn't even put my shoes on. That's how swollen I got.
My
So,
swelling was at the end of the day. My swelling was at the end of the day, I guess, from all that drinking or whatever I was doing, like all the fluids I would drink. Because I was working 2 jobs, so most of my day I was drinking whatever, water, Gatorade Zero, juice,
yeah.
sodas. Yeah.
Yeah. And little did you know that with you're suffering with kidney disease, you needed to watch the potassium. And
Right.
a lot of those sports drinks like Gatorade and the Zero, the one you mentioned, the Powerades, they have potassium in them and sodium
Oh,
in them. So
yeah,
yeah,
sodium, potassium.
yep. So you gotta, you're kind of like killing yourself really when you're drinking those drinks and you're, battling kidney disease. It can be dangerous. And right before I went into the hospital, I thought I was fighting the flu, so I kept pumping fluids, and I thought I was helping myself by drinking G2,
Right.
and those were full of potassium, sodium, things like that.
Sodium.
Even though it was the G2, the more kind of, half of the normal level, but still, I was drinking a bunch of them, and it was
Right.
affecting my potassium. It was affecting my sodium levels, and eventually, I went into emergency kidney failure. But like I said, I didn't know I was fighting kidney disease. And you had mentioned something earlier about education. And prior to me going into emergency kidney failure, I didn't have any education on kidney disease or dialysis or anything, transplant. I didn't know anything about it at all.
You know what? That's something that's kind of like my situation because all this COVID stuff, and I was actually popping vitamin C like it was
Yeah.
candy, and that's another thing that was probably pushing me over the edge too. Was the vitamin? I was taking vitamin C vitamins like every day, that, and I was taking elderberry and the daily multivitamin, and then
Yep.
along with the Gatorades too. I mean, that's what really did it.
Yep.
So I mean, I didn't know none of that was going on. If I would have held back on that. But I mean, that wasn't going to hold back the kidney failure from happening. But that's what I'm thinking. That's what pushed it over the edge. All those months of taking the vitamin C and my multivitamin, and then the Gatorades wasn't helping any.
Yep. Yeah, and when you're unknowingly fighting kidney disease, those kind of things can basically kill you because if you drink too much of it or take
Right.
too much of it, it'll make your levels go so high that basically you're going to go into either respiratory failure or cardiac arrest, one of the two.
Cardiac arrest. Yep.
Yep. So
Yep.
it's a yep for potassium and the phosphorus. All those levels, being out of whack, and then your body, your kidneys aren't working right, so you can't get rid of the waste normally, like what a normal healthy individual can. So your body has no way of getting rid of those toxins.
Right.
Yeah. So when you started dialysis in the hospital, and then at what point did you go into center? Was that right after you left the hospital?
Right after I was in there in the hospital 10 days, and I think I was really supposed to be there like I was supposed to be out in a week. 3 days I stayed in there until we were able to find um, what do you call it, a Dutch clinic that had an opening for me. So after the 10
Yeah.
days of doing the, the treatment in the hospital, I came out, and that same week that I came out, I started on that Wednesday. I came out on that Monday, and then on that Wednesday I started in the clinic what do you call it, dialysis.
Yeah. In-center dialysis, DaVita or
Right.
Fresenius?
DaVita.
DaVita, okay.
DaVita.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, guys. Well, we're going to take a quick break and let you grab a drink or something, and we'll be right back after these messages. Okay, guys? All right, guys, we're back. Welcome back to Hope with Jonathan. This has been an incredible interview so far. Let me bring Lupe back on so Lupe can finish telling his story. Hey, Lupe, welcome back to Hope with Jonathan. Appreciate you coming back on, brother. I like to give everybody a little bit of a break to kind of take a drink, because once you talk for 25, 30 minutes, you want to kind of take a break and kind of get a sip of something. But why don't you tell us a little bit about your family and your support system and who you rely upon when you have those tough, bad days at dialysis?
I rely on my son lives with me, so he's the one that I really I don't want to say vent, but he's the one that I guess you can say part of it is venting. This like the way I feel after dialysis. He's my shoulder right now. He lives with me here at home, and my son, he's like the main one right now. And now I also have my brothers and sisters that I recently started talking to, and we share stories on I think it's from Kidney Solutions with Ken Bressler and my buddy Jonathan. That's helped a lot. Like, I mean, I get a lot of information as far as hearing like experiences and stories from y'all and from the other people that are in our group. That's been helping me a lot. So I
Awesome.
really appreciate that.
Awesome. That's good feedback right there. I really appreciate you sharing that. That was actually my next question was, how did we get together and communicate? I think you had seen maybe some posts on Facebook that I was sharing, for Kidney Solutions, and I think that somehow you ended up seeing that and communicated with me a little bit. So talk about that.
I saw your post. I saw the post on there, and I was like, you know what, that's up my alley right there. And I went ahead. I just went ahead and just threw it out there. I commented. I said I'm looking for a kidney donor as well.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the post was about someone needing a kidney, and I said I need a kidney as well. And then you contacted me. Yeah, it was through Facebook, and I really appreciate you reaching out to me, man. That means a lot to me.
Absolutely, brother. We're fellow kidney warriors, so that's what I'm here for. I share my story to help others, and a lot of things are seen on social media, but I do a lot of things behind the scenes as well that a lot of people don't know about. And it's not anything that I'm bragging about, but a lot of people don't realize that I'm behind the scenes. I'm working, I'm talking with people, mentoring patients, and trying to help as many people as I can. And that's really where I get a lot of my motivation from, is patients like you, Lupe, that I know have an incredible story, and definitely want to continue in life and continue living for those children and the grandchildren. And I want to see you, get that living donor, or if anything, I want to see you get a transplant for sure and get off of dialysis, because I know exactly what it's like to have to battle, doing dialysis. It's tough, man. It's not an easy life.
It's tough.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about Kidney Solutions so far. What do you think about having Kidney Solutions in your life, and what we've been able to do for you so far?
As far as more than just being there for me and my friends, y'all have really helped me. Y'all made me the flyers, so that's a big thing for me. The flyers that y'all made for me. See, those I still need to distribute some of those around my city, and also there's other flyers that I have that I'm gonna stick here on my car window. You know, no shame in my game. I'm gonna put it out there that I'm looking for a kidney donor. I'm not gonna have that pride and hide it. I'm gonna put those signs on those flyers on my car windows and everywhere I drive so everyone can see them. I'm gonna do that. Y'all have done that for me. I really appreciate those flyers y'all made for me. And as far as like Kent too, man, he's a good man. He's talked to me a lot, and he's taught me a lot. I've learned a lot from him, and I've learned a lot from you. And I appreciate all y'all's input and y'all's feedback y'all give me, and the things y'all tell me. Like if I ever need someone to talk to or have a questions for me to reach out to y'all, and that's something I really like about Kidney Solutions and y'all, man. Y'all are really there. Y'all say y'all are in my corner, and I believe it. I see it, and y'all are awesome, man.
Well, I really appreciate your feedback, Lupe, and that we try to excel and go above and beyond, and try to help as many people as we can, and we try to stand by our word, to try to help as many people, and do our part. So I appreciate your feedback.
Yes, sir. You're welcome. Yeah, I've had people tell me, "Oh, you need us. We're here for you," and I mean, and they're really not. And like y'all tell me y'all are there in my corner. You got my back, and I see it, man. I really appreciate it.
No doubt, no doubt. Hey, so Lupe, why don't you tell everyone where you're listed at currently and where they can find information on you?
I'm listed at Methodist Hospital out of San Antonio, Texas. And as far as the number, it's on the flyer. I've been sharing my flyers through social media, and there's that number where you can reach. I think it's the number that's on there is Kent's number.
Yeah, the 830 is 285-2140 is Kidney Solutions, and you can call that number at any time and get information on Lupe Lopez.
Right, and that'll lead you to the right direction to the Methodist Hospital in San Antonio. Yeah, that's where I'm listed at. I've gotten my letter already from them that says, the congratulations and all that. And I'm able to be a recipient for donation. So I'm praying and fingers crossed and everything that pretty soon or one day I will get that transplant.
Yes, sir. Well, that's the reason why we do these interviews, is to get you more exposure and get your story out there a little bit further than just a flyer or a poster on Facebook. This is a live interview that people can go to and refer to. And Kyle, we appreciate your commenting. Thank you very much. Thank you. Kyle also on his website on kidneywarriormerch.com, he shares warrior stories. So if you're interested at all, Lupe, you can share your story. You can submit it to Kidney Warrior Merch, and I can get you the contact, and he'll share it on his website.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. But Lupe, we definitely want to see you get the gift of life of transplant. And guys, again, if you're interested at all, Lupe is in Corpus Christi, Texas, but he's registered in San Antonio at the Methodist Specialty and Transplant. Again, you can contact 830-285-2140. That's the phone number to kidneysolutions.org. You can speak to Mr. Kent Bressler and mention Lupe Lopez. Lupe, what's your blood type, brother?
B, type B.
Okay, so Lupe's a B blood type, which means he can also accept an O blood type as well.
Right.
And even if you're not a match, let's say you're an A blood type and you still want to be a donor to Lupe, there's a program called the Parent Exchange where you can donate on behalf of Lupe to someone else, but in exchange, Lupe would receive a kidney for your donation. So everybody, and I know Methodist Specialty Transplant does participate in the Parent Exchange program. Just a quick note on that, Lupe. I want to let you know in August 11th of 2020, I received my miracle gift of life of transplant at Methodist Specialty and Transplant in San Antonio, and it is a excellent facility, the top rated facility I know in Texas and possibly worldwide. I mean, it's an amazing facility. They do a lot of transplants. Some other Kidney Solutions patients have been transplanted there. Just recently, another patient that I mentor, I won't mention his name, but he just got his transplant last Friday. And so, and he told me the same thing. He said, this place is amazing. So you're in good hands at Methodist, brother.
Can't wait. Can't wait to be there.
Yeah. All right. Was there anything else or anybody out there that you'd like to, send a shout out to or say hello to?
No, I just want to thank everyone that's tuned in and everyone that's watching this or going to watch this, if it touches your heart or anyone that you know that is willing to be a donor, pick up that phone and make that call. Just save a life or save my life. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. That's beautiful. That's a great way to close out the show. That is exactly what we're looking for is a person like Lupe that's being, completely honest. He could have took opportunity here to just, say hello, but he's speaking to someone out there that is, if you're healthy, willing, and able, and maybe God speaks to your heart or you feel compelled to step forward, please don't hesitate to call. And the phone number again is 830-285-2140. That's kidneysolutions.org. You can go over to the website and find out more information on Lupe there. And don't hesitate to call morning, noon, or night, you guys. You never know. You never know who this is going to come in front of, or you never know who may see this video and, feel compelled to step forward. So we definitely want to make sure they have the right information. And also, your name is Lupe Lopez, but are you registered under Guadalupe?
Guadalupe Lopez, yes.
Yeah, Guadalupe Lopez. Okay.
Right.
All right. So definitely mention Guadalupe Lopez to Mr. Kent Bressler, and the Methodist Specialty and Transplant Hospital also has a link that's probably on our website at www.kidneysolution.org, where you can go ahead and get pre-registered, pre-tested to be Lupe's donor. Hey, Lupe, again, brother, I really appreciate you coming on and doing the show and sharing your journey with us. And really, really am in your corner again, and praying and believing for you, brother, and standing here, in your corner as your fellow kidney warrior. And just again, man, appreciate you. And if you have anything else you want to say before we close out the show, I'm going to go ahead and close out the show.
No, nothing I can think of right now. Just thank you, and I appreciate you for having me on here. Thank you, brother.
All right, no problem at all. Hey, you guys out there, y'all stay safe out there, and remember to take care of your kidneys. God bless you.
Stay safe, everyone.
Hey guys, go over to www.kidneywarriormerch.com. Submit your story today and get a shot at being the Warrior of the Month. If you're selected as the Warrior of the Month, you'll get a chance to interview with Hope with Jonathan podcast. Whether you're a kidney warrior, kidney dialysis patient, or even a kidney transplant patient, or maybe you've just been diagnosed with kidney disease, go over to www.kidneywarriormerch.com and submit your story today. Kidney Warrior Merch is a supporter of Hope with Jonathan podcast. Again, guys, that's www.kidneywarriormerch.com. Hey guys, this is Jonathan, the host of the Hope with Jonathan podcast. And hey guys, Hope with Jonathan now has a website, www.hopewithjonathan.com, where you can go over and find out where to follow us on all of our social media links, our podcast, our YouTube channel, and much more. Again, guys, for more information on Hope with Jonathan, you can go to www.hopewithjonathan.com. KidneyTrails.com. Kidney Trails is an organization that is dedicated to helping those that may be facing kidney disease by education, inspiration, and motivation, by bringing real-life experience from those that have traveled the road of kidney disease, and also information from the medical professionals to help you on your journey. Guys, Kidney Trails offers blog writings from many different writers and authors who give an aspect and real life experiences with battling kidney disease, dialysis, transplant, and more. Guys, KidneyTrails.com has videos. They also offer a podcast called the Kidney Trails Podcast. And soon to be released, a comic book is coming out. Guys, for more information on this, go to www.kidneytrails.com. Hey guys, thanks again for tuning in to the Hope with Jonathan podcast. Thanks again to Mr. Lupe Lopez, Mr. Guadalupe Lopez from Corpus Christi, Texas. I really appreciate him coming on and sharing his kidney warrior story with us on the Hope with Jonathan podcast. Again, guys, for more information on Lupe, you can visit us at www.kidneysolutions.org. And again, guys, I really appreciate all the support for Hope with Jonathan. Please go check out www.hopewithjonathan.com for more information on us. And again, guys, I want you guys to stay safe out there. Look for upcoming podcasts and upcoming projects coming from Hope with Jonathan. We got many different interviews planned and different things coming up, different events that you guys need to be looking out for. And I can't let all the cats out of the bags yet, but there's some huge projects coming our way. So again, guys, just stay on board, stay queued up, stay engaged with us, and definitely take you guys along for the ride. So really appreciate all the support for Hope with Jonathan. And again, guys, I hope you guys will stay safe out there. Remember to love on everyone and take care of your kidneys. God bless you.